matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals, stay focused on you. Focus your view, succeed, cause I'm hoping you do. Keep climbing up the ladder, cause the key to success. Go hard and go home, never settle for less. Life is stress, but we gotta deal with it, homie. Send a prayer to the man to put a shield on it. Work hard for what you get, appreciate what you got. You can always improve, just don't stop.
What's up, team? This is Robert Porter and Ipiani Lockhart with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCAM BC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM, where we will talk politics, culture, and history. What's up, team? How is everyone doing today?
What it do, what it do?
Could you please give us a shout out who we got here today?
Yeah, who are you? Who are you?
Jasmine Smith, how are you doing today?
I'm blessed, can't complain.
All right. Did you have a wonderful Easter?
I did.
Yeah. And what are you gonna talk? What are you gonna tell us about today?
Today I'm going to talk to you guys about my nonprofit that I'm developing called Beautifully Scarred.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
And Hilda Cruz is in the house.
Hey now.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
There you
Piani,
go.
nice to see you here.
Definitely.
Had a wonderful Easter. I'm here to talk to you about the importance of nonprofits and how nonprofits sometimes fill in the gaps of services and support that the community truly needs to be able to thrive. So that's what I'm going to be talking
Especially in
about.
San Bernardino.
Especially
Yeah.
here, yes.
I really love that.
Awesome.
Terrence.
Oh yeah, I'm T. Still what it do. You know what I mean? That's my little tagline. You know, but I'm here.
Mr. Stewart has been a friend of mine on Facebook since 2016. You're familiar. I had your Facebook.
He'll
I
land
know.
on it.
I'm gonna
He'll
remember
land-
where we
he'll
met.
land on it.
Yeah. No, I've been working with nonprofits for probably about, I don't even want to say, about 13 years, like indirectly, but indirectly, you know. So like I've been having quite a time. So ain't no telling where you know me from.
Yeah. Well, San Bernardino Faces. A lot of times, I'll see you all on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, and I'm like, I need to defend them because they're doing good things.
Yeah.
You know, I want good friends on my Facebook. Right?
Definitely.
But we got to mention our sponsors. We got Celebrities Bar and Grill on 40th Street. Max Zaire and Zoe, good
Yeah.
people. They have a Tuesday steak special now for $9.99,
All right.
and it is very good. They got baked potato. You can switch it up with some grilled vegetables if you want, right? And then they got some like a Texas toast and a little steak right here. But it's enough to fill you up. You will not be hungry when you leave. So that we have fun with that. And then Max is also doing a Juice It Up over in Calamasa off Cherry. So he's working both those businesses. So he's keeping them really busy. But he still wants to say he loves San Bernardino, and I want to thank Celebrities for supporting us. So please go over there for that Tuesday $9.99 steak special.
Definitely.
And they have a few other. There's another deal that comes on happy hour. It's dollar things, but I don't remember the exact thing.
Details.
All right,
Don't
I'll
wanna
get
lead
it
you
next
guys
time.
astray.
But if you check out their Instagram, Celebrities Bar and Grill, all that stuff is on there. So and they keep that pretty updated.
Awesome.
I also like to mention just to put it out there, Green Shack on Genevieve and Highland Avenue.
Manel.
Really good people. Manel and Nardine and Jerry and Nick are good people, and they've been supporters of I Love San Bernardino for a long time.
Yes,
and they got great sandwiches. Let me
indeed.
tell you, that deli is awesome. And if for non-for-profit style, like I don't know how many times they have helped
Yes.
non-for-profits with
Definitely.
6-foot sandwiches and stuff like
Definitely.
that.
They
Right?
definitely give back to the community, and we greatly appreciate them. They're the one-stop shop.
Yep, they do pretty much anything in there. That's for
Definitely,
sure.
definitely,
I do
definitely.
appreciate it. The standout of the week is brought to us by Ben Chavez with First Lineage Site Services. Ipiani, who was the standout of the week?
The standout of the week for this week is Owen Duckworth, Executive Director for IE Rebound. They had a beautiful Easter event over the weekend, Saturday. I was sharing it in the I Love San Bernardino Robert Porter page, and people were like, oh, this is probably going to be canceled. I was telling them, that they have an indoor space and that he's still advertising. It's still, all boats ahead, right? And so it was a great event, great turnout, and
like how many just nuts with the eggs and
You know, it was the
was
basket.
it chaos?
No, it wasn't chaos. It was actually very well organized,
Okay.
as most of their events, as all of their events are with
the
IE
Easter
Rebound.
egg hunts have levels.
We didn't
Yeah.
do the
You never know what
Easter
you're
egg
gonna
hunt.
get.
What
Oh,
they
okay.
did is they had games set up for them
Oh,
to
okay.
play. We had the Easter bunnies were there.
Okay.
They had baskets for them, and then they also provided a very nice meal as well. So it was really taking care of the needs of the family needs as well as providing excitement and
And a
activities for the
picture
youth.
with the bunny.
Definitely, and that the kids were smiling. You know, some of the little kids were scared, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, some
it was
people are
beautiful.
scared of the mascots, but I loved getting pictures with the bunny.
There you go.
I
There
still
you go.
do.
I think they taste
Fan
better
or
than they look,
whatever.
but Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter. Now I had a pretty fun Easter, Yanni. Like I got to color like 3 eggs
All
of my
right.
own, and one of my eggs I put the great arrowhead of San Bernardino on it.
There you go.
And,
There you go.
I put R heart A.
There you go.
So from my girlfriend Amy.
There you
and,
go. And it was her birthday on
this
Saturday.
weekend, right? So
Yeah.
we got the double party.
Hey now.
So I
Happy
don't know
birthday.
I don't know if Amy realizes it, but like me cooking with her was like part of her present. Like now she probably
look at
does.
you, look
but,
at you.
But like
Chef Boyardee.
there's no way for me to cook on my own. Like now I can talk. Like I'm in charge right now.
There you
Like,
go.
I can't cook on my own because she's there and she wants to input it.
There
But
you
like
go.
it's fun for me to cook with her. Right?
There you
I
go.
don't
It's
mind her input,
it's romantic.
Yeah.
It's a
and,
way to
and
build
like
relationships.
sometimes I don't put the right stuff in there, right? So like like it's better to have. So
I
it
said
helps
onion
it.
powder, not garlic powder.
Right.
Yeah, so I made the potato salad and the macaroni salad, and she made her special macaroni.
This is the question of the day.
Yeah.
Are there raisins or cranberries in
Oh
the potato?
no!
Okay.
No,
You're welcome to the barbecue, brother.
No. I even asked if they wanted paprika, and everybody did, so we put paprika.
All right.
It was actually pretty, not too spicy or anything like that. I keep it like really low key, so
Definitely.
the kids like it.
Definitely.
If the kids will eat it, then I'll eat it.
And then some of our kids are fire eaters. You know what I mean? Like some of them
Yeah.
like the spice. I know little Makai.
No, you don't.
Oh.
I don't like spice. I don't eat it. So, you know.
My kids eat some hot Cheetos.
Where you get that hot sauce from, though, brother?
Some hot Cheetos and Takis.
Takis.
Yeah, we're growing a lot of hot peppers this year, so.
There we
we're-
go. Let me.
Yeah.
Hey, throw me some of
We've been
those.
watching some of those hot shows, and my lady likes the hot. It
The
does
spice.
give you a weird
Like a little rush,
feeling,
endorphins,
yeah,
yeah,
especially
euphoria.
if it's a truly hot pepper.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's like a
definitely.
I'm a Mexican woman,
Yeah.
so if it doesn't have spices, it's not
bet.
good. And
Yeah.
it's gotta be spicy.
Yeah.
hot.
What's the hottest pepper? Which
Oh my
are you a
goodness.
habanero person?
I can stand the habanero.
Okay.
I just don't like that aftertaste. But if you sprinkle it with lemon, oh my God, it gives it a whole different,
Okay.
a
Interesting.
whole different
Profile, flavor
yeah,
profile.
flavor,
Definitely.
yeah.
Well,
Power
that
to
leads
you.
right into the other present was the plants. Honeyberry, we got a new type of berry that's from Japan.
Awesome.
And it hapsack berry, and it's like a blueberry about this long. So we're
wow.
gonna try to
Dang.
only get 6 feet tall. Very interesting. But that leads to please start your gardens, team. Yeah, right now is
Yes,
a good
indeed.
time to start your garden, even if you just dig a little hole in your front yard.
Yeah.
Get that grass out of there.
Yes.
Grass don't make nothing.
No, but
Kick it out.
I hear you.
Go to Stater Brothers. Get that basil right there off the Stater Brothers.
Awesome.
Put it right there
Put it
in the
in the
ground,
ground.
and you got yourself some basil.
There
Enjoy
you
your-
go.
Yeah.
Good brown. Oh,
Eat
yeah.
Give it
fresh.
some water. Yeah, please give it some water.
We
But-
have to cultivate our own food. I really feel like that's a skill set that we have to start implementing and encouraging throughout our communities.
And it doesn't have to be a huge garden. Like it can be one plant.
Definitely.
Nah, I feel that. Even in this work, you gotta cultivate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true,
It's
true.
all
I
about
mean,
the cultivating of
come on.
relationships.
That's
There we
real.
go.
And
Talk that talk.
also a planting of seeds.
Yeah.
Hey, come on! You gotta
Yeah.
feed the seed to succeed.
Yeah. Can't.
Plant the seeds.
Oh man.
Definitely.
I often say I'd like to plant 1,000, 2,000 acorns for 1 or 2 grand oaks to grow that love San Bernardino.
There you go.
Hey.
And that's through our youth. That's
That's
the way
right.
to achieve that, right? So you teach them about our history. You make events that are fun for them.
Come
You
on.
have great non-for-profits that
Definitely.
do the Easter egg
Yeah.
hunt or the Easter events.
Yes,
And I
yes.
wonder why they didn't have an Easter egg
Well,
hunt.
because it was raining outside,
Yeah,
so
okay.
that was the
You know,
reason.
like sometimes they do get crazy, but like this time ours was organized. We were like,
Yeah.
you get 5 eggs, you get 30 seconds. You know, like
There
kind
you
of
go.
thing.
That's good.
Because outside you can kind of go a little more nuts. But when it's
Definitely.
raining, there's
Yeah.
dangerous stuff.
Nah, yeah, you don't want
break all
nobody
that
to get
stuff.
hurt. You
Yeah.
know, you want to have fun with the family, not drive to the hospital. You know.
Any other events?
Definitely happy that you actually mentioned that.
And
Robert.
this is brought to you by Ipiani Lockhart and Motivational Realization.
All right, the energy
A
of
positive
positive
thought.
thought.
Come
There
on,
we go.
talk that
There we go.
talk.
Miss Briggs had sent me an event. There's an event happening at the YMCA on April 21st. It's like a kids event day, and we'll talk more about it on the next show. She just gave me a little flyer. I told her I would preview the show, but at the YMCA next to Paris Hill, and we'll speak more about it. But it is a kid event coming down towards the middle of April. So
And which YMCA? Because there's like 3 of them.
there's the one that's right next to Paris Hill Park.
Okay.
So
It's right
yeah.
in that parking lot area.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like
Yeah.
right next door.
Yeah.
Like,
Wonderful.
yo,
so
little
in
bro.
San Bernardino.
Yes, indeed, in San Bernardino.
Yeah, and we also got a lot of events coming up with the city, Cinco de Mayo and stuff like that. So get on the city website,
Definitely.
City Parks and Rec on Instagram, San Bernardino Parks and Rec on Instagram, and you'll get all that information, all the events. They had to, I guess not postpone, prepone the Easter egg hunt to last Wednesday. So I wonder how that went. I saw some pictures. It sucks to have to do that.
Yeah,
The day
different
rain,
day. Yeah.
But it was nice to have rain on Easter.
is
It
always
felt-
nice to have rain.
we love rain
Yeah,
around
cleans
here.
the air. And it's
So-
actually April 20th. I said the wrong date.
Oh, okay.
April 20th is when it's happening, but we'll have more details and we'll be circulating the flyer as well.
Yeah, that we'll tell them next week too as well.
Definitely.
It's always a good day.
We do have a lot of events. The city is having their meeting this Wednesday, so it starts at the special meeting usually starts at 5 o'clock. They go through a few things.
Definitely.
I mean, last meeting, if you watched, we were gifted the Harris Building. Yeah, but like, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
But like, if you all understand that office space isn't the most coveted enterprise at this time. Huge office buildings are going bankrupt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were just gifted a huge office building with no parking. Right? But incredible history for San Bernardino, and we love it very much.
Amen.
So I saw someone put white elephant on the picture. Like it kind of like it's a scary situation. Like, what do we do with this incredible piece of history?
True.
That everybody, not everybody, not the newer generation, by the way, but the older generation all went to.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? Do we save that building? Do we repurpose it into something new, or do they tear it down? Like this
They
is
they tore the mall down that was connected to it,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Are
I
they
don't
going to
know.
allow parking for that, or like at least allow them to lease some type of parking from like?
We'll find out in due time.
It sounds like a good question for the community to
Well-
be able
well,
to.
It should get
yeah.
integrated. Hopefully, it's going to get integrated into the new project. Right?
We'll see.
I'm hoping.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's
We're hopeful.
But I am chairman of the Arts and Historical Preservation Commission for the city of San Bernardino, so
Awesome.
Very
I
nice.
will be on this, and I will be lobbying to try to keep the Harris
There you
Building, to
go.
repurpose
Nice.
it for something fun, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we could turn that into something, or at
Yeah.
least have someone like Alan Stanley from the Enterprise Building manage or buy it or something to repurpose what they're doing, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
If they could give it to them at a reduced rate, because it was given to them, so.
Yeah, like maybe we could make some money, and then as long as it was given in perpetuity for historical preservation, we designated a historic building. It can only
Too
be
far.
redone that way. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am going to get on to the next
Definitely.
road. Let's get on the. So.
Definitely. Today we have on the panel we have some amazing nonprofits being represented that do a lot of great work throughout the community. First, we'd like to start with Jasmine and just tell us about your nonprofit and if you could share how you came to the place of creating this nonprofit, because it's a very important story and a powerful testimony.
Okay, no problem. So I'm gonna start off. I planted the seed. I had used that in 2018. and now I'm more on it. I've always did things, you know, it may not have been huge things like other organizations and stuff, but I've always spoke about it and the purpose of it and everything. So I had my first like real event November. I'm sorry. I had it just last weekend, March 23rd. Last weekend on Saturday.
And what is the name of your nonprofit?
It's called Beautifully Scarred. So it's to help survivors of trauma with disabilities, and it's not just to that. Like, you know, it's to other people too. But I'm gonna get to that. I'm just going around the story first, and my focus is to help others heal their trauma.
Amen.
Because that's something I've learned through my accidents. So November 22nd, that's why I ended up saying November. November 22nd, 2016, I got ran over by SUV. I was revived twice. I had to learn how to talk. I was in a coma for 3 weeks, and I had to learn how to talk and walk all over again. They told me I was going to walk. They told me I was going to have no kid. They said all those things. And then I got out the hospital March 23rd, 2017. So that's why last Saturday made 7 years I got out the hospital. And that's why I did
Yes,
that.
indeed.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
And
Learning how to walk ain't no joke. That's
oh
hard
no,
stuff.
it was beyond hard. Like, you don't even know. But I can drop it like it's hot though. I'm just playing, just playing. But, I ain't playing, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just making a little
we
jokey
can
joke.
engineer. We get some music going.
But no, it was very, very challenging. You know what I'm saying? There was times I wanted to give up, wanted to unalive myself. Didn't feel like no purpose, you know. Then getting out the hospital, that's when the real, like, I already had trauma there, and then with nurses, people being mean, like going through that, especially like I can get up and knock, you know what I'm saying? Come here and get you, like, you know what I'm saying? And then just coming out and not feeling the same. Remember, we're women. Not to say men don't go through that, but y'all a little more macho. You know what I'm saying? Can deal with it. But a woman, my hair is my crown. My head was shaved like that. My body, like, I have a disability in my arm, so it's called a brachial plexus. So I can do this. I can barely do this. I got a rod in this arm, and then I have metal that holds my pelvic together. So I'm very limited. But like, I know what I get from a lot of people. I would never notice that until you told me. But and I do wear an arm brace.
Your hair looks good.
Thank you. I gotta keep that up. Well, shout out to Daymani. A beautiful newness, you know.
There you go.
That's my girl. But yeah, so that was a real struggle for me. You know, you guys, and then coming into it, as I was telling Yanni earlier, I planted it in 2018, but I was still going through life. You know, I remember I just got out 2017, so I'm trying to get back to life. So I did graduate, and I went back to school, and I got my bachelor's degree in human service mental health recovery.
Congratulations.
Thank
What
you.
school?
Cal State Dominguez Hills.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was in the middle of school when when my accident happened. So it was something to prove to myself.
Amen.
You know, so it's like,
did
you
it.
know, thank you. I did that, like, you know, because it wasn't easy. And then to turn around to have a child. So you have children as a mother. You guys all have children. But I'm just like, as a mom, when you got to go through and carry that baby, that's a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be a new mom, like, you know, so I had a traumatic incident, but when you have kids, that's a life-changing event, and I'm a new mother. You know what I'm saying? So with all that coming in, like, you know, remember, I'm still kind of unhealed. I go through postpartum. Like, I was going through some things, and I was still trying to figure my way out. And then as I'm going through, like I said, I'm still doing talks. I'm still showing up. I'm still showing up, though,
Amen.
to stuff. I just may not have been as prominent or out there like everybody else, but I was still showing face.
Amen.
Babe, you know what I'm saying? It's so then...
All the way to the radio.
Right,
Hey
right.
now.
Thank you. And then January 18, 2021, I lost both my brother and sister on the same day. So that took me all the way back. Like, you know, I'm trying to do a little bit. Got to focus on trying to graduate from school, trying to be a mom. My son just turned 1.
I'd like to dedicate the show to the loved ones that we're missing.
Amen.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you,
definitely.
Robert.
And actually, their birthdays is next week on the 8th and the 11th. So it's a very hard time. You know, those my little brother and sister. She was 28, he was 21. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I still very much deal with. But I'm just blessed to come into this space where
Amen.
I'm at now, because it took me a long time to get there. And if I don't say nothing else, I'm going to tell you, you got to have that long time with God and yourself
Amen.
to get through that, because can nobody get you through and all that. So what I've learned to how to heal through my trauma is really accepting where I am.
Amen.
With all the tears, all the hurt, learning different coping mechanisms, because I didn't have the best. and just really learning to trust myself.
Amen.
And everything I needed is already
Could
in me.
you give an example of a coping mechanism?
What the bad stuff or the good stuff?
No, the good coping
Oh, it
mechanism.
looks like you want to know the
Good
bad
coping.
stuff.
No,
a good one.
not on this show.
Yeah.
Maybe for the after show.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't even horrible like
What will you
that. But
do
it wasn't
to
horrible
keep your
like
mind
that.
off of the
Now,
anxiety?
as far as that, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you, no, exercising works.
Okay.
Amen.
I need to hit the darn
believe that.
gym.
Hey, I agree.
Exercising works, and to be honest with you, have you ever just sat there and just really is to sit with it?
I like to listen
And
to
when
the
I
birds in the
took-
garden.
Yes, like just something, or like I like by frequency sounds, and I find some like releasing this, releasing that, whatever, and I just learn to sit with it. The other time thing is when I sit with it, I'll talk to God, and if I cry, I cry. If I shout, I
Amen.
shout. And then I like to journal,
Oh,
and
writing
stuff.
helps so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
pour it
Yes.
out. Get a chance to pour it out. And we'll circle back around to you in a minute as well, Jasmine. Next, we want to speak to Hilda. How you doing today, Hilda?
I'm doing great.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's nice to be here surrounded by beautiful people
Amen.
who walk on this earth trying to make it a beautiful place.
Awesome.
What about me?
And Jasmine, oh, so you do too.
part of it,
You're
bro.
part of it.
Okay, I was
You're
feeling
part of it too. No.
This guy.
feeling left out, man.
Will, could you tell us?
He's part of the show and part of the beauty that
Amen.
surrounds us.
Amen.
Yeah.
That was
Could-
wonderful.
Jasmine, you are a modern day hero, and I wish we could highlight your life and everything you've accomplished since that accident.
And we are. This
So
is just
thank
the
you
first
for
time.
being here and sharing your story.
All right.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Amen. Hilda,
Oh, my
could you tell
goodness.
us about your organization?
The-
and-
Oh my God, this
We
organization.
healing today.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh,
One day at a
that's
time.
what we're about.
Amen.
That's I walk on earth trying to reclaim the healer in me,
Amen.
and knowing that she exists in me. Am I comfortable allowing her to come forth? The organization that I am thrilled to work with was a game changer in my life. It's Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity.
Amen.
It is a multi-faith, multicultural organization that really has valued me as a woman
Amen.
and as an immigrant woman trying to heal my own traumas. And I think that as a regional director, I also try to do that now with the people that we surround with. We work with a lot of people who've been impacted by our injustice system. We don't have a justice system, we have an injustice system. And so it really impacts a lot of people. It causes a lot of trauma. It separates families. It scars people for life, deep to the soul. And so
It lets them do things in there that they're doing on the outside that put them in there. Like they let drugs get in there and stuff, man.
Well, who lets
Yeah.
the drugs in? That's a very interesting
We-
conversation
we
because
need to fix
we
that
have a
stuff.
we have a scapegoating narrative saying that immigrants who are coming
Yes.
across the border are bringing fentanyl, but that is not true.
Because
That is
when you look
just-
at the statistics, people, our immigrant community commits crime at a way lower level than those that have,
And,
that are
and they're just
citizens.
trying to take care of their families
Yeah.
and make a little money to do that.
So it's
And
a
they
narrative thing.
contribute
Billions.
so much to the economy and so much to the there's beauty and diversity.
Yes,
And
indeed.
without this many immigrants coming from all over the country, it would really be
This country will run
yeah.
to a standstill.
yeah.
The reason
probably
we're
would,
called
yeah.
San Bernardino, and there's reasons. We have a very, very deep cultural history here for everybody.
We definitely do that.
Yes.
Yep.
And so for your organization, do you throw events? Do you help people legally? Do you
So-
lobby politicians?
Back in
All of them?
well, about 11 years ago, I was not with the organization yet. I was in a different capacity with the organization as a board member, oncoming board member. But back then, we knew there was an immigrant detention facility in the city of Adelanto. And when I talked to people about this being a for-profit
Yes.
facility, nobody said, nah, that doesn't happen here in the United States. What do you
day.
mean we are detaining immigrants? Immigrants usually get picked up and then they get thrown in the border right away. Well, that's not true.
That was like a year-long thing. There was people protesting for months out there, right? About
Well,
this.
I think there's a lot of protests.
Didn't they shut it down?
No, it's not
It's
shut
still-
down yet.
it's
It's still there.
Wow.
It's slated to, and they were supposed to, and then it got pushed to
Interesting.
January.
Like that's.
And then from
unfortunate.
January, it got pushed into June. So we have one of the largest immigrant detention facilities in the state of California with a little close to 3,000 beds.
Including children, right?
Well, this one does not. It's
Okay,
only for
good,
adults.
good.
It was adults. Funny thing is, there was a lawsuit back in 2020 because of COVID. They released most of the people. As of January of this year, we heard there were less than 6 individuals in this facility. Yet, it continues to receive payment for every single bed
Yes.
inside.
That sounds like a
As
setup
if it was.
to me.
So these are the kind of contracts that they pretty much draw up, and they benefit from at the time that they're creating these jobs, right? Jobs that incarcerate, jobs that traumatize the community, jobs that that instead of making people feel safe, they are creating more laws to criminalize people
Yes, indeed.
so that they are
Filling their for-profit
filling their
prisons and
for-profit.
detention centers.
That's right. You got it. And so
Definitely,
my job is to bring awareness and help
this has been
people out of
going
there.
on for centuries. I mean,
Well,
It's longer than
Yeah.
they just changed the
admit.
name. That's all they
that's all.
do.
That's all it is.
Definitely.
Sad.
If you could share a little about the amazing event that I saw on Facebook Live on Friday.
Oh my God! I had this wonderful guy helping me out, making sure that I got out on Facebook Live. So this was the 11th year of me hosting an event. It is a prayer service, usually for Christians. We in any kind of denomination,
interfaith.
we hold the Holy Friday, the Friday before Jesus was crucified. We hold it as a special prayer. But instead of remembering the Stations of the Cross and his brutal killing, we remember all of the oppression and the people who are being oppressed by our own systems here in the United States at this time. And so we have a lot of reflections. We invite people who've been impacted by the injustice of immigration and incarceration to come forward and share their story. You know, so it was it's a prayerful event.
Definitely.
Prayerful event that has always a call to action.
Amen.
And that call to action is let's shut it down.
Hey now.
Let's
Hey now.
shut it down.
Hey now.
So it's on its way to that, hopefully, right?
Hopefully.
So
It is.
So what's another angle? Is there another project you guys are currently working on?
Well, the project is always threefold, I think.
Yeah.
First of all, it's rescuing, trying to free those that are inside,
Okay.
which is a whole process on its own. But it's also bringing awareness and education about the injustice of the system, and then also advocating
Yes.
both.
What about reintegration, to help them get established in the community?
That is
We do
always, so
have-
we call them accompaniment. Once the person comes out of prison or detention facility, they are surrounded by friends in the community to help them navigate whatever it is that they might
Yeah, 'cause it's-
need.
Like I saw a guy holding a sign the other day. It's like, I just got out of prison and this didn't give me nothing.
I
And
hear
like to
Yeah.
have to say
They
that,
leave
it
you-
made
yeah.
me feel
Oh,
so
yeah.
bad for
Yeah.
him, you know?
You know, there's one bill, I cannot think of the name right now, but I want to say it's the legal services for prisoners with children. I think they're sponsoring this one, but it's going to allow individuals that are getting ready to return back to community from being in state facilities to be able to apply for CalFresh 90 days prior to their release. So they are connecting with the resources and stuff. So
So they don't come out hungry. Yeah.
Or with their little gate money, they might, get $200, right? And if you stay at a hotel one night,
gone,
that's
yeah.
It's
exactly
gone.
right.
It's gone.
You can't even eat or
and
nothing.
that, and we know that
Yeah.
a lot of our returning community members face homelessness once they
It's
leaving
almost
the facility.
immediate. Like most,
Yes.
they don't have a support system.
Right.
Yeah.
Some are blessed to have families and supportive families,
Yeah.
and are able to network with a lot of nonprofits such as like Time Done or Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity, or address their trauma that they're going through with Beautifully Scarred. But it's still undersourced and under funded, and we need more funding to address the needs of our community and our returning community members, because we have the second largest returning population to the community in the Inland Empire, only outside of Los Angeles. So we have so many people returning, but we are not giving them the tools that they need to move forth with their life, and we're pushing them into recidivism and homelessness. You know what I mean? And we can do much better.
And so this is most of the time the U.S. citizen population, right? Because if you are an immigrant and you've served your time either on jail
They
or in
send
a
you
prison,
home, right?
then you end up in this detention facility for a good 6 months before that you get deported.
And that
So
could
you don't,
be
yes, so
on
you're
a
not given that
plane, or, yeah, it could
opportunity.
be
That's
anywhere,
right.
right?
That's
Definitely,
right.
definitely.
So you're not given that opportunity as of yet. So we are trying to make those
And
changes.
being in jail could just
Yeah.
be that you were here, right?
Yes.
I
Something
mean,
as simple as
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, without proper paperwork.
That's
Definitely.
right.
With that being said, we want to definitely, and we'll definitely circle back around to everybody, but we definitely are here to as well understand and learn more about Terrence Stewart's amazing organization that you work for, as well as your nonprofit that you founded as well. So I'll let you choose what order that you would like to speak about those things.
Okay, so my name is Terrence Stewart, and I'm the membership. Well, I'm the training and chapter development manager for Time Done, which is a project of California for Safety and Justice in California, but nationally I work with Alliance for Safety and Justice. And what I do is I help people with records get acclimated back to that, and we mainly push policy. So, here in California, we have a legislative package where we advocate for bills. And then we also,
Like expungement?
well, that like,
No, like as Senate bill,
Yeah, like a
Assembly
Senate
bill.
bill to expunge, for example,
Yeah,
medical
like-
marijuana or
but
marijuana.
medical marijuana was, that came through a proposition called Proposition 64, which was probably around the time that you were talking about I want to say about 2016.
And I think in the bill, they did release some.
Some of them, yeah,
Yeah, some
but
felonies.
yeah, but like the bill that we worked on was called AB 1076,
Okay.
and which that would create automatic record expungements for people that qualify for. So instead of having to take off of work and find a lawyer and do all this stuff, if you qualify for a record expungement, your record expungement after you complete your supervision.
Would that be for, across the board?
No,
issues,
this was
or
focused
just
on
certain things?
you're speaking about cannabis, so it's
No, this ain't cannabis.
Oh, okay.
This is it. Prop 64 was for cannabis,
Okay.
but this is 1076. This happened after Prop 64.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, like, could this be for anybody who has? a
But
felony?
anybody that qualify for expungement,
Oh,
because
okay.
expungement is more like kind of like misdemeanor type offenses. They're not like people who went to prison type offenses. So what we did was, since we did 1076, we created a sister, which was another bill to update, a sister bill that updated the Department of Justice record base database, right, so that they can know who qualifies for these type of expungements. But then after that, we created another bill which was a step further from that, called SB 731. And SB 731 is also furthering the automatic expungement, but it also created another way of clearing your record for people who have done prison time, that only could have got prison time got their record removed before by a pardon signed by the governor. So now we have another petition-based process where people could get their records cleared by petitioning the courts who they got their crime from.
What was that ABC again? What's it called?
AB 1076 was the first one for the automatic record expungements. So like a lot of people
So are you lobbying for that right now?
No, we got a whole. This year right now we got a whole new legislative. This is all the past. This is stuff that's already we didn't pass.
Is already on, or who is
Not
Ramos, or?
Not Eloise Reyes. She off the hook. She helped do a record clearing thing for people that was in fire camp. So when they get out of fire camp, that they can already have their record clear, so they can try to get jobs within the fire department. So Eloise Reyes is a champion on her own bill that's not connected to us, but very much we're
Still
supportive
doing it in the field.
we're supportive of what
But
she do.
is that who you're lobbying?
The state capitol, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we take trips to the state capitol, and we get leaders, and we have time done days where we take hundreds of leaders to the state capitol.
I'll answer it, dude.
I thought I turned it off, but we do have lobby days where we meet at the state capitol, and there's hundreds of people living with old records, past convictions. They're trying to get their life together because we face once you're convicted of a crime, no matter misdemeanor, felony, you face up to in California you face up to 40. So I'm getting my
Over
numbers.
40,000 collateral consequences?
Yeah, but that's national.
Oh, okay.
In
Okay.
California by itself is like 5,000 barriers that you face right here. And it's over 7 million Californians that's living with old records. So like, if 7 million people was one state, that would be the 13th largest state in America. And we're just talking about just California by itself.
I think there's no reason why this shouldn't be. They seal your record if you do things as a juvenile, right? Once you turn.
Well,
18,
you got a petition for that too.
Oh, you do.
It just it's like I don't know how it is, but if right now when I pulled up my record, I got fingerprinted, so I'm going to get my record cleared through the program that I'm talking about. And I started the process, but when they put my finger, all my stuff from juvenile is still sitting right there, and it's like
Interesting.
and it makes me look like
That shouldn't be there. That's not good.
There's
Yeah,
a
but
lot
you
of
gotta-
work
you
that
gotta-
needs to be done.
You got to put. But see, the thing is, a lot of times, and that's why we do a lot of with the nonprofit. We do a lot of educationals because a lot of times people don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm learning right now.
Amen.
So you made me think of earlier today, we got an email about all the pardons that our governor just signed. And I was just curious to see what do they do. A lot of them 20 years ago, 12 years ago, a long time ago for substance abuse.
Okay.
That was
hear you.
they were criminalized.
For
One
addiction.
person for addiction, one person served 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
For addiction, 20 years.
That's
And then I feel like you're sentenced all over again when you're out because you're not allowed to
are.
work.
Right.
You're not allowed to live. It almost feels like that. The
say
past,
it's-
you drag the past with you
Definitely.
everywhere.
Right.
Even though you
And it shouldn't be
quote,
so. And it shouldn't be so because a lot, people have grown. People have learned from their mistakes.
Amen.
Some of them have repaired their mistakes.
Transformed
They
into
have
new
transformed, moved on.
And if they didn't, guess where they're going? Right back in,
Right.
right?
Well, like the statistics say is that over 71% of people living with past convictions in California, 71% of them is people who have crimes that's over 20 years old.
Yeah, and they're not gonna-
71%.
They probably got families. They're like,
Yeah,
we're just trying
life
to
in a
get
totally
keep
different
going.
place.
you know?
And look at, and 73% of them is lifetime bans out of all the barriers that we face. So 73 of them, like you have to live with this for the rest of your life.
Is one of them voting or?
Well,
we-
you can vote. You can vote with a record,
But just not in some states.
in some
right?
states, but
Yeah.
California, we even a couple of years ago, they even created a place where it was a ballot initiative where we passed it in California, and it gives people even on parole the right to vote.
Oh, good.
You know, but
Now do it, team. Get
Nah,
Yes,
but-
but that's our whole thing.
Yeah.
Vote.
But the thing is that you got to let people know that they can vote.
Yes.
A lot of times people will get arrested and they feel like automatically they'll feel as if they lost their.
What about that? As you leave, one of the things you have to do is register to vote, right? As soon as you're leaving, right?
That would be all too
Yeah.
awesome, right?
Yeah.
But often some of the facilities are kind of not allowing people to putting up the polling and stuff like that. So it's a lot of work that we have to do.
No, I was
You
just
never
thinking
know.
as a league.
You can actually vote in jail. Like that's the thing about it is like if you haven't been convicted of a crime and they're just holding you in the county jail while you're facing court and you haven't been convicted of a crime, wasn't on parole, you can vote from jail. But they ain't gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
And they're
like-
not gonna make it easy for you.
Yeah.
they're
either.
not gonna make it easy. But that is your right.
Definitely. And before we circle back around to everybody, tell us a little about your latest endeavor. I remember on the phone you were sharing that, go ahead and hit him with it, brother.
Yeah. No, can't. So, I started a nonprofit. I just got the letter in the mail that I'm officially a 501c3.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I just got it this last week. You know what I mean? Like the end of the week. It hasn't even been a complete week yet.
Awesome.
And but like Can't is a change narrative. It's for all the people who ever been told that they can't. Same thing. I had to learn how to use my arm again. And the reason why is we talk about God, and I'm gonna say it too, is that with all these barriers I faced, I was limited on arm. All these kinks was coming up, and I prayed and I said, all these kinks, and all thing, and in my prayer, I left it with the only thing that you can't is can't. So that helped me like through going to college. It helped me through changing my life. It helped me dealing with the collateral consequences of criminal conviction. So, that's what helped in me. So with just like a seed, as a seed, you first get planted and it helps you grow, right? But after a while, you start to produce seeds yourself. And that's what Can is about. It's about taking something that helped me grow into to who I am now. And now I'm passing the seeds and planting seeds in others, So it's like, a seed could turn into a forest.
Amen.
And that's what we're doing, you know what I mean?
I was about to say we need to connect.
Come
Amen.
on.
We need to connect.
Yes.
That's always one of my hopes when we have the talent show or other guests on here, that they do network, because we're all out here in the community and we're trying to make change and we're stronger
Same
together.
struggle. The exact same, man.
Yeah.
San Bernardino needs all our help. And
Definitely.
There's plenty of time to do it too.
Amen. I want to circle back around for our last little questions for each one of you, and then also also share how people can support your organization. So, Jasmine, for you and Beautifully Scarred, what do you see in your next 2 to 3 year plan? What is the vision that you have for Beautifully Scarred, and how can people support your vision as well?
Okay, so basically, you can support me at info@beautifullyscarred@gmail.com. So please just email me there. That'll be the best way for me. My son lost my phone, my business phone, so I have to find that. So I would say, I see myself in the next couple of years. Of course, growth. I want to be in different hospitals, talking to those and helping them pre and post. After in different organizations, just being informal, educating about trauma and the power of healing through it. And I want to touch on something because I wanted to say this earlier. Something you said made me spark my attention. Sometimes, we don't realize the strength that we have in our trauma, because you wouldn't be sitting right here if you didn't have no type of strength. And sometimes, we so quick to look down or quick to look negative, but we don't look at the beauty in the ashes.
Right.
And that's something that I've learned over time. And that really had just came to me like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, dang, you really is, girl, you've been there. Especially with the color that I wear,
And
so.
honestly, it could be just a little bit of ashes. Like in San Bernardino, they're always putting us down. But when I look around, I see birds, I see beautiful skies, I see beauty everywhere.
Amen.
More than negative.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Like what I say, it's water in them mountains. It's
Yeah.
trees, it's all kinds of good stuff up in them mountains.
That's another good healing thing is mountain water, hiking, and then Waterman Canyon, some nice streams up there.
Yeah.
We can all in San Bernardino go right up there and hike.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's
And are there any last words that you would like to imprint or express to the community, or someone right now is sitting here listening and they don't know how to navigate their trauma? What would you say to encourage them?
Okay, I got a couple things.
There you go.
My favorite African proverb: When you defeat the enemy within, the enemy outside cannot harm you. I'm going to repeat that. When you defeat the enemy within, the enemy outside cannot harm you, because it's always you versus you. It's never you versus them. It's always, because people going to be people. Look, here comes my baby. Come say hi.
Come say hi.
How
Come
you
say hi.
doing?
You're on the radio. Look
This
on,
the
see
person
yourself.
I produced
Hello.
when they said I couldn't have no baby.
Amen. The miracle. Little
He
Yeah.
said,
That's what
"Oh,
I
you want to
wanna
say
say.
anything to the radio? Go ahead."
Say hi.
What's your name?
Makai.
Star of the show.
Awesome. And what was that last one that you want to?
When I said the enemy outside. And everything you're looking for is all inside of you, and it goes hand in hand, because
that all the
a
time.
lot of times, from minority, because you know what I'm saying, I'm black, but I think a lot of us, no disrespect, but we've got taught so much, and it's carried through our lineage, it's carried through our blood, it's carried through our DNA. We look outside of ourselves, but we never got taught to look in.
Right.
You know that, our household, what don't kill you make you stronger.
Yeah.
But actually, sometimes I make it's trauma.
Yeah.
But everything that you need really is inside of you. And when you defeat that enemy within, the enemy outside cannot harm you,
Beautiful.
because you protect it. So
Talk that talk.
Amen. Hilda, definitely. With your leadership in the Inland Empire region and the impact that you make, I know that an aspect of your work is to cultivate healing and trying to help people heal themselves, heal the trauma that they've gone through or been through, or currently maybe going through right now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
What words of positive words of affirmation and healing would you like to share? And then if you could kind of share what your plan is as the Inland Empire Regional Director for Interfaith Movement, would you like to see happen in our region?
Thank you, Ipiani. I think within the Latino community and the immigrant community, there's a lot of fear. And the narratives are constantly telling us we don't belong and we're not wanted. We are blamed for things that somebody at the top commits, but then we are used as a scapegoat. So I often tell people, you belong.
Amen.
You belong to this place and this time. And Jasmine, just like you tapped into that God-given gift and power inside of you, the reminder of it to others is what's most important many times. So if you need to be reminded that today, as we're listening, there is a God-given power in you. Tap into it. And then when you place it before for the common good of all, Spirit comes and moves in mysterious ways, and things happen. So once you're able to do that, just watch out, because things bloom.
Blessings.
Right.
In spirit, and spirit comes and works in all of us and puts us in front of us, those people that at this time and moment we need to work with. And so I firmly believe that spirit is also working within us.
Amen.
Here at this table, and we'll see. I hope that we are able to start closing these facilities. Back in 2015, there were like over 15 immigrant detention facilities.
Definitely.
We're down to 6.
Awesome.
So slowly but surely, they're closing down.
That's right.
Definitely. Thank you. And Brother Terrence, I would love to hear one of your can-canisms. If you could hit us with a few of those, brother, and then as well as once you answer this question, Hilda, also share how people can support your organization as well. But Brother Terrence, do your thing.
So like one thing I've been thinking about, right, is they say winners don't quit, but winners do quit. They quit losing.
stop playing with me.
You know what I mean? They quit doing the things that put them in the negative. They quit thinking like a loser. What they do, they quit hanging with people that's putting them in a bad situation. So winners do quit. They quit losing. So quit losing, because the only thing that you can't is can't. You know what I mean?
Awesome, brother.
You know what I mean?
So
Stop
so
playing.
Nah, yeah.
So power.
And I say that because you know, I feel like, you know, at one point in time, I couldn't be nothing positive, you know. I felt like I was a loser. I felt like life was over with. I felt like, you know, all these things, like, you know, the world was against me. It was me against the world, Tupac, you know, just like constantly, you know. But when I adopted the concept, the only thing that I can't is can't, I was able to start reaching more goals.
Amen.
So like what your thing is, the realization of positive thoughts, right? You know, once I start seeing myself better and start realizing that I am somebody, that I can be the change that I'm looking for, like doors start opening, you know, and I pray for this message of can't. So it's the seed within me, you know, and I gotta feed the seed to succeed. So,
That's the way it is with happiness too.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to invest in yourself. You gotta be
Yes.
happy first before you can make others happy.
Absolutely.
You gotta love yourself
Yeah.
before you can love another.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Same thing with success.
Yes, yes.
And I see success here. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say too, like if you want to find me, please look us up. It's cankcank.org, CANT.org. You know, and that's for like you know, it's my change theory. If you want to participate in it, my goal is to have a center and like push change in our community. And then if you want to work with the formerly incarcerated people, it's Time Done, TIME, done, DONE. .org, you know, and that's where you can reach us on both of them.
And where can our listeners connect with your organization?
Interfaith Movement for Human Integrity. We're on the website. Just type it in, or look me up, Hilda Cruz in the IE.
There you go. There you go. And one more time, Jasmine, how can people come to and support your organization?
Yes, you can email me, please. Like I said, my son lost my phone. So info beautifully_scarred@gmail.com.
Definitely.
This is, dude, you put together a great show today, Yanni.
We.
Well,
Thank you guys for having
this
me.
is what happened yesterday, or a couple days ago. I was like, man, the guests didn't come through. Like, I didn't know if we were going to have a show today, too, because of after Easter and everything. And Yanni came through. Wonderful guest. Thank you so much. Yeah. We're working on the superintendent of schools, Mauricio. We're working on him, but
Awesome.
he hasn't. I emailed him. I'm talking with him, so maybe next week I did ask Juan. Juan can't make it in that week, so we'll look for hopefully a political guest coming on. So I'm gonna work on that. Maybe Henry Nickel. I'm gonna give him a call and see if we can get some possible candidates or candidates for sure and possible councilmen in the future. So we only have 2 races left now. Team here in San Bernardino, we have the 5th ward, and we have the 7th ward.
Definitely.
So we'll be covering those ones in the future.
Definitely, and I know we have like a minute left. I just wanted to kind of reflect on everything that was said, you know what I mean? About everything. That's one of my power slogans, about motivational realization, energy, a positive stuff. Everything you need to be successful in this world is ingrained within you. It's about taking that time to unearth those gifts, those talents, those blessings within you. As you said, and I say this in a different way, but I say it all the time, that we look outside of ourselves. We're never taught to look within, you know what I mean? And it's about cultivating that love like a seed, you know, planting the seeds of love and hope within yourself. You are soil. Become fertile soil. Our greatest battle in this world is the battle of our own mind.
Yes,
you
right.
against yourself. This is the battlefield that you have to win against. But if you speak life into your life, think positive thoughts, and follow that with positive actions and effort, you can change your life no matter where you're at in this experience. Because regardless of what your faith is, your orientation is, whatever the differences are, we're all blessed to be alive today. This newly given day to all creation.
Yeah, and we could be dead tomorrow. That's why you gotta
appreciate the
day right now.
Maximize, utilize.
Yeah, man. Like
maximize, utilize.
And enjoy yourself, team. Like, and make yourself happy by doing things that make you happy.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Like, and that involves, for me, gardening and hiking and enjoying our loved ones, all the good stuff like Easter.
Amen.
We're done. Oh, this is Robert Porter, and Piano Lock with San Bernardino County Radio, and we are out of here.
Love the music, deep down soul.
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters